Today, I'm going to show you the 7 steps that it takes to become the go-to expert in your industry so that clients are reaching out to you instead of you chasing them. Let's dig right into this because in order for you to get clients reaching out to work with you in the marketplace, you're going to need a marketing strategy, a go-to marketing strategy. So let's look at what that actually is. A go-to market strategy is actually quite simple, and this has been around for ages. Who is your target market? What are you offering them? Why are you different? Where are you going to do this marketing and how are you going to get it done and when are you going to get it done? Now, all of these are extremely important in terms of your marketing strategy, and I go into a lot of depth in a different video, which I linked in the description, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the why. Why would somebody hire you over someone else? This is one of the most important parts of your marketing strategy. Why are you different from everyone else? What is the story behind what you do that makes you different and positioned to help your target customer better than anyone else can? And what are the values that you believe that are going to resonate well with other people? And then also, what is it that you do not believe in? What are your competitors saying that you think is flat out false? For instance, what makes me different is that I've built and sold a company, so I know how to do that. And so when I'm helping other people grow their business, it makes sense. And also when it comes to content repurposing and distributing that content to multiple marketing channels on a daily basis, I'm the best in the marketplace. There was no one else on the marketplace like me. And I'll even show you an example of that later in the video. And again, in my industry, the marketing industry, what a lot of my competitors are selling is cold email, automated DMs on LinkedIn, and just doing more networking, which is not what I'm about. I'm about creating content on different social media platforms to build awareness, to build trust with your target market, and to get them reaching out to work with you. And that's different from most people. And because I'm the best at doing that, that makes me stand out from the rest of the crowd. And then coming out of your marketing strategy, you're going to need a plan. What are your goals? What are the tasks that you need to do to get done? In what order do we get those tasks done? What is the new routine that you now execute on a daily basis to make sure that this go-to marketing strategy succeeds? So then again, for myself, in terms of my goals, at the end of the year, I sat down and I mapped out my profit goals for the coming year. And that is $100K a month profit. And then I really sat down and said, what am I going to focus on? And my focus was more traffic, better results for my clients, and more scalability in terms of me being able to deliver a quality product to more people, which ultimately directly relates to my profit goals. I'm not going to be able to hit these profit goals unless I focus on those 3 core areas. And specifically, when we're talking about client-based businesses, service-based businesses, anyone selling advice, there are really only a few core things that you need to worry about in order to grow your business. One of them is, of course, traffic. What are the sources on the internet that you're going to use in order to drive traffic to your products and services? Is it LinkedIn? Is it TikTok? Is it YouTube? Is it Instagram? You really want to map out where you're going to get traffic from so that you can focus on those areas and actually get people to see you and your products. You're obviously going to need a website. You're going to need those products. You're going to need a marketing and sales funnel. You're going to need to understand the math behind your goals. How much do your products cost? How many people do you need to sign up? Is it recurring? Are they one-off products? You need to think all that through in a spreadsheet and make sure that your goals and the math and everything align. You're going to need to map out your team. Who is everybody on your team, including you, who is going to get all of this work done? And then again, of course, you have your goals. And so coming out of that planning, you will have some things that you do need to set up. So if you do need to set up your website or any sales funnels, video trainings that attract people to your business and help you book calls with prospective clients, you're going to need to get those things done. And when you do this right, you're going to be able to book your ideal clients into your business. And I was also able to start an online paid community with over 130 paid members. And again, it's important to remember that all of my clients and all of the people in that community found me online from content, and they were easily able to either book a call for my consulting services or find my community and sign up. And here's just a quick screenshot of my calendar from people that booked calls directly on my calendar from finding my content online. And it's important to remember that that marketing strategy and that plan is what gives you the focus to do what we're talking about here. This was one of my clients, Christina. She was able to almost double her business in the time we were working together. And the one thing that she was able to gain most of all from a marketing strategy is focus. She's a political consultant and she needed to be on Twitter, but when she came to me, she wanted to be on all these different marketing channels. And we decided that the best place for her was to focus the majority of her time on Twitter and being focused on that. So don't forget, what a marketing strategy does is it helps you leverage your time, money, and effort as effectively as possible. Then from there, we really get into your content strategy and that long form video post-production. You have to develop your point of view, your thought leadership perspective. You have to be able to brainstorm ideas, and you have to be able to create some form of long-form video content. And what's interesting is there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. This is one of my clients, Summit CPA. They went from $7 to $9 million in a single year, and that's all inbound traffic, all people that are reaching out to work with them. And what they do is they run webinars and podcasts. I love how the CEO of the company, he's always wearing his Hawaiian shirts. The core of their strategy is that they just got recording. They didn't overthink it. And you can always improve the quality over time. In fact, when I first started working with them, that's one of the first things that we did is we started to improve the quality. They were already recording. We went through their YouTube channel and we improved a lot of the thumbnails and all of the things that make it important for you to succeed on YouTube specifically. And if you're noticing a trend here, it's that you can get started now and you can improve over time. And so next up on your way to becoming the go-to expert in your field is your post-production process. So this is where a lot of people get stuck because they get really overwhelmed with how do they process all that video? How do they post it? What do they need to do on a day-to-day basis to make sure this is getting done? And remember, we were talking in the beginning about what makes me stand out, which is the content repurposing and the distribution. I've built out some software and some systems that allow me to pretty much automate 99% of my content workflow, both in Airtable and also in ClickUp, which really gives me a project management view of all of the content going through my content pipeline. It allows me to keep track of every step and then all of the things that need to get done for every piece of content that I create. And not only that, but it also allows me to repurpose that long form video content into micro content that we can distribute onto social media. You can see here Summit CPA's TikTok account, believe it or not. And you can see that all of their podcasts get repurposed into shorter videos in a different format so that they can use and utilize that same long form video content over and over and over again, which makes the process of you creating content far more efficient because you only need to create one long form content and then you can create images and videos and sound bites from that video many times over and really increase the output of your content creation simply from that 1 hour podcast that you did. And then the final steps that you need to complete in order to be the go-to expert in your industry really just revolves around consistency, both in terms of your long form video content creation. So you can see Kirk here, he actually just has me record him every other week. He's been creating that long form video content for over a year now. And it's really that commitment to consistency which makes all of this work. He just posted this video on LinkedIn the other day and I thought this was pretty cool. He's grown his business a couple times over in the last couple of years and he showed a picture of his team, which I thought was really cool. And then in terms of consistency, this is another one of my clients, Lydia. She grew on TikTok from 0 to 109,000 followers in just a few months and it was all due to commitment and consistency. And that consistency is what helped her become the go-to expert for struggling readers with dyslexia and their parents. So again, in a nutshell, you have to have your marketing strategy, you have to have your plan, you have to have your sales funnel, you have to have your content strategy, you have to have some form of long form video content that you can repurpose. You need the post-production process really streamlined with software and tools. You need a show consistency. You need to be doing this on a regular basis at some interval that is comfortable for you. A lot of my clients start off slow. They do one a month and then they scale up from there, sometimes going to one show a week. Then you've got to get that content onto social media and then you have to have some consistency on social media as well. And that's when this thing really works. So thank you very much for watching this video today. If you did find it valuable, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. And if any of this overwhelms you and you just want to talk over what your strategy might look like for you, go ahead and click the link in the description. And I look forward to seeing you on the call. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.